Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tata D. I am a first-time mom to a 7-month-old baby boy. So do consider subscribing and joining our little family here on YouTube. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by and thank you so much for the continuous support. Yeah, man, I hope you guys are doing well because woo, 2020 has been a lot, guys. 2020 has been a lot. It's been like, what, 7 months now? So is it, it's been 6 months. We're halfway through 2020 and it has been, so much. Like this past week, I've been just like having so much anxiety just going through social media and just seeing what's going on around the world, especially in the US. It's just been so hard to take in, because I'm raising a son and you'd like to just be like, hey, the world is your oyster and you can do what you want to do, you can be who you want to be, but at the same time there are places in the world and there are people who would judge you off of just the way that you look or your sexual orientation or your gender, and just limit your life because of those things that you can't really control. So it's just been giving me a lot of anxiety, just like trying to just navigate my thoughts. But I hope you guys are good. I hope you're good. I hope you're checking in on yourselves and you're checking in on each other and stuff like that, because 2020, guys, it's just so much. But anyway, that is not what this video is about today. Today I just wanted to share with you guys just a bunch of things that I wish I would have done differently when I was pregnant. In fact, 5 things that I wish I would have done differently when I was pregnant. And yeah, man, these are the things that I'm definitely going to be doing differently in my next pregnancy, if God blesses me with another child. If you are interested in knowing what those things are, then you can just keep watching. So the first thing that I wish I would have done differently was definitely plan my own baby shower. Now, it's funny because when before I got pregnant, I was always the person who was like, you know what, I'm going to plan my own baby shower. I know what I want. I know the vision for it. But for some reason, when I got pregnant, like a lot of people around me were just like, convincing me that no, a baby shower is something that, your friends and family and, people around you are supposed to do for you. And, you're just supposed to just let them just tell them what your vision is and then they will do everything. You just don't need the stress because you're pregnant. You need to focus on that and all that stuff. And for some reason, I just gave in to that. And I just really wish that I didn't, because as much as I did have a little gathering where people came and they brought gifts and stuff, and I'm really, really grateful and thankful for those people, it was definitely not the baby shower that I wanted. It was not the baby shower that I had envisioned, and it was not the baby shower that I would have planned if I planned it for myself. I guess also, I don't want to put the whole blame on, people that were responsible for putting it together and stuff like that. I guess also myself, I'm just like a type of person who just has a difficult time just giving other people control of something, that is for me. It's very, very difficult for me to just give people the control and let them just do what they do. So yeah, I feel like with my personality and the type of person that I am, everything would have went better and a lot smoother if I had just planned my own baby shower. And yeah, there was just so much drama surrounding the baby shower and all of that. There was some falling out with some friends or some former friends and all that stuff, and a lot of things could have just easily been avoided if I just went with my gut and planned my own baby shower and just not let people just get involved and stuff like that. So the second thing is that I wish I would have done like a professional type of maternity photo shoot. I think my biggest problem was that I waited it out for a while. For me, I started showing, like, fully showing that I was pregnant very later on. So I kind of waited it out up until like I could fully look pregnant. Then just about when I was feeling like, okay, now I look pregnant, I'm ready for the shoot, I was just so insecure because I was not looking my best, guys. I was looking, I had stretch marks, like I had stretch marks like all the way from my boobs going down to my knees. The concept of the maternity photo shoot that I wanted was where, I was almost naked, really. So I was just feeling so unattractive. I wasn't looking good, and I was just like so in my head about it. And then I just was like, I don't know if I still want to do it. Also, another thing that I was dealing with was pregnancy acne, man. Like my face was covered in acne and dark spots all the way down to my chest area. So I was really, really insecure about that, and it made me just go back and forth in like, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? And when finally I decided that it was something I wanted to do, it was just too late. And there was a point where I had planned for it and scheduled for it, and then my partner ended up having to travel, so he couldn't be in the photo shoot. And I was just like, I really wanted him to be a part of it and all that, and I ended up not doing it. I really wish I would have done it. I really wish I would have just went ahead and done it without him, because at the end of the day it was about me. So the third thing that I wish I would have done differently is something that I had talked about, I think, in the first video, the first ever Q&A that I posted on YouTube, where somebody asked me what I wish I did differently, or what I'm going to do differently in my next pregnancy, is definitely be a bit more active. I wish that I would have never stopped working out, although like the plan was to keep on working out and stuff like that, because I had worked out before I got pregnant. I was somebody who worked out quite a bit, but after I got pregnant, my first trimester was so rough that I just wasn't able to like go to the gym or be active. I just wanted to just be home because I was super nauseous. I was vomiting a lot. I wasn't eating enough. So I was really, really weak. I had a very huge case of fatigue and stuff like that. So I couldn't really commit to working out consistently when I was pregnant. But I really wish that when during that second trimester, when I started feeling a little bit better, I would have just been a bit more active and walked more. I really wish that I would have committed more to like having like something consistent that I was doing, like some yoga or Pilates or something like that. Just something like super low energy, but also just helpful to keeping my body strong and the muscles strong. Because I think if I had been a bit more active, my pregnancy wouldn't have been as rough as it was, because I always tell you guys how rough my pregnancy was. So I really think that if I was a bit more active and worked out a little bit more, that it wouldn't have been as bad as I say that it was. So yeah. The fourth thing is that I wish that I would have spent more time with either mothers or other pregnant women, because I feel like I was like, a lot of people in my circle, a lot of friends that I had at the time, they were not pregnant, they were not mothers, and they were not in that space of becoming parents or anything like that. So a lot of the time I would try to not talk too much about my pregnancy, to talk too much about motherhood stuff and all that stuff, because I did not want to just be the girl that changed when she got pregnant, And I was so hard on myself with that I was so conscious of it. Like, even when somebody asked me genuinely, like, oh, how's that going? I'd really cut it short, because I was just always just so edgy that people don't think that I'm now this pregnant woman who was trying to make everything about her and stuff like that, because I also wanted, my friends or the people around me to still feel like their thing is important. I didn't want to be the person who's just like, oh my God, now that I'm carrying life, I am doing God's work and I am so important more than the next person. I just didn't want to be that person. So I found myself just kind of suppressing what I was feeling and what I was going through, and not really talking about it a lot with my circle of people, just because I just didn't want to be that person. And I feel like if I had spent more time with mothers and other pregnant women, it would have felt like a safer space to kind of talk about what I was going through, because they knew what it was and they would be in a better position to understand, and they would be more welcoming of those kind of topics and stuff like that. I mean, I don't blame, the people around me for kind of just not being so interested in the whole pregnancy thing, because it's like it's not that big thing that's going on like for them. They had their own thing and stuff like that. So I don't really blame them. So that's why I feel like it would have been much better if I had made more mom friends and I had spent more time with some other pregnant women. So that's also why I probably was sharing so much about my pregnancy on Instagram, because I found a lot of connections with other pregnant women on Instagram, and that was really helpful for me, because that is where I was like communicating a lot and talking to people about the things that I was going through and all of that stuff. So I really cherish the motherhood community that I have become a part of on Instagram, because I don't have those people around me in my everyday and stuff like that. So it was really, really cool. That is why I share so much online, because you guys have literally become my best friends in terms of when I talk about motherhood and pregnancy and postpartum and everything that we go through. So yeah. And the last thing is that I wish I was just generally been easier on myself. I just wanted everything to be super ready, and then I was so edgy a lot of the time. Sometimes I would feel like my partner was too easygoing, like he was not seeing the realness and the seriousness of having a baby. I was just so hard on myself. And I just wish I would have just let some things go and just been a bit more relaxed and been a bit more like, what, as much as it's okay to research and to be informed and all of that, sometimes so much information and so much research can be so overwhelming that even when you are ready, it feels like you are not, because there's always something new that you're finding out the more you research. Like, you read an article, it's going to lead you to another concept. You read an article, it's going to lead you to another concept, and before you know it, you're just in this circle of information that's making you feel like, oh my god, this is such a big thing and whatnot. So I think also that would have made me enjoy my pregnancy a bit more, just to let go of some things, because it's surprising when he came how much the mom instinct just kicked in, and you just literally just start knowing what to do when what happens. Like, you don't need all this, like, yes, it's good to be informed, but you don't need to be super knowledgeable on everything. Just kind of like when you become a mom and the rhythm of it just kind of goes, you start kind of learning what works for you, what works for your family, what works for your baby, and all that stuff. And it's not always necessarily what you've read about or what you've done or what you've read about, what you've researched and all that stuff. It's just like everything will just you'll get the rhythm of things once the baby comes and stuff. And I wish that I would have been easier on myself, just to know that it's gonna be fine. Just take a deep breath. You're fine. It's gonna be okay. So yeah, so those are the things that I definitely wish that I would have done differently. But like I said, there's always another opportunity to redo these things. I am in no way saying that I regret my pregnancy or I regret the things that happened with my pregnancy, because I am the type of person who believes that everything happens for a reason. You learn from things. That's why things happen to us. So I am glad that all the things that happened, so that I know better now moving forward. All right, that's that with this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. always, I really appreciate all of y'all's support. I hope you guys subscribe. If you are watching this and you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. And also leave a comment to just tell me some of the videos that you'd like to see. Obviously, I want to make videos that you guys want to see. Yeah, so thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.